our regular meeting to order. This is a regular meeting of the Mayor and Borough Council, Borough of Seaside, Park County, Ocean State of New Jersey, held on Thursday, June 4th, 2026, advertised to begin at the conclusion of the work session, which has just now ended. This meeting has been called pursuant to the provisions of New Jersey's Open Public Meetings Act, and adequate notice of the meeting was properly provided by transmitting the notice of the meeting for publication in the Asbury Park Press and the Ocean Star on January 2nd, 2026. Notice of the meeting of the governing body also has been posted in the corridor of the municipal building and in the office of the municipal clerk. Roll call.
Councilmember Condos?
Here.
Councilmember Connor?
Here.
Councilmember Kraft?
He is not going to be with us, I don't believe, this evening.
Thank you. Councilmember Rotunda?
Here.
Councilmember Toth?
Here.
Council President Wilk?
Here.
Mayor Pearson?
Here.
Thank you.
Let us all rise together for a moment of silence to be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The first item on the agenda are requests for approval of the minutes of the May 21st, 2026 work session and the May 21st, 2026 regular meeting. Any comments from council? If not, a motion?
No.
Motion by Councilmember Connor,
Second.
second by Councilmember Rotundo. Roll call.
Councilmember Connor?
Yes.
Councilmember Rotunda?
Yes.
Councilmember Condos?
Yes.
Councilmember Toth?
Yes.
Council President Wilk?
Yes.
Motion approved.
Next, a request for approval of the special meeting minutes. Those are minutes of May 21st, 2026, a closed session, May 26th, 2026, special meeting. Any comments from council? If not, a motion?
Make a motion.
Motion by Councilmember Tug,
I'll second it, Mayor.
seconded by Councilmember Connor. Roll call.
Councilmember Toth?
Yes.
Councilmember Connor?
Yes.
Councilmember Condos?
Yes to the 21st, the 26th, I only attended part of that.
Councilmember Rotunda?
Yes.
Council President Wilk?
Yes.
Motion approved.
Next are the ordinances. The first is final reading, adoption, bond ordinance 22625, providing for various capital acquisitions and improvements, and appropriating $2,209,000, therefore, and providing for the issuance of $1,874,670 in general improvement bonds or notes of the Borough of Seaside Park to finance same. Any questions, comments from council?
I feel like we should have Bill itemizes them for everybody. I don't know if you want them
We did have
itemized or
that
not, but I
itemized
mean,
right
you
into
can
the-
read off some of them, but.
We did read them off at first reading.
Yeah.
Last meeting.
Yeah, we did.
Any other comments from council?
No.
If not, we'll go into the audience. This is final reading, adoption, bond ordinance 22625. If any public comments, give your name and address. Mike?
Mike Spadafino, 59th Avenue. I have a couple of questions that, for clarification. I am 100% behind our volunteer fire department, and I know that sometimes you get scrutinized heavily for even thinking about questioning anything I have to do with the fire department. But I see here that there's an allocation for a light truck replacement and also for a fire truck. Is that for payment towards the truck that we purchased, or is this a third fire truck that we're purchasing?
That's the second fire truck. That's the ladder truck that's being assembled. We probably will get it at the end of August.
Okay, so this is the one that we
already approved,
already approved.
Yeah. This
And
is
the other
not
one
third.
is just to replace what, like the fire chief's vehicle or something?
Yeah.
A light truck, it says?
It's actually what they call their brush truck. It's not the
Yeah,
chief's
right.
car. It's a pickup truck that they use for rescues.
Yeah.
Towing the wave runners, things like that.
Oh, okay, I know that one. All right, and the second thing is it kind of like crosses over one to the other. I noted that there's, part of this ordinance is for a dump truck, but yet in the next ordinance, there's a allocation for a dump truck, the same. Are we buying two dump trucks?
It's being split 50-50 between public works.
Okay, I wish that would have been made more clear, because I was looking at that, and to me, it's like, we're buying two dump trucks.
No.
Okay, good, thank you.
Any other comments on second reading, bond ordinance 22625? Hearing none, I would close the public portion, and I'd entertain a motion from council.
So moved.
Motion by Councilmember Rotunda,
Second,
second by Councilmember Condos. Roll call.
Councilmember Rotunda,
Yes.
Councilmember Condos,
yes.
Councilmember Connor,
Yes.
Councilmember Toth,
Yes.
Council President Wilk,
Yes.
motion approved.
And the next is final reading adoption bond ordinance 22626, providing for various water and sewer utility capital acquisitions and improvements, and appropriating $612,000 therefore, and providing for the issuance of $581,400 in water, sewer utility bonds or notes in the Borough of Seaside Park to finance same. Any comments from council? Hearing none, we'll go into the audience. Any public comments on final reading adoption bond ordinance 22626? Hearing none, I would close the public portion. I'd entertain a motion.
Make a motion.
Motion by Councilmember Toth,
I'll second, Mayor.
second by Councilmember Connor. Roll call.
Councilmember Toth,
Yes.
Councilmember Connor,
Yes.
Councilmember Condos,
Yes.
Councilmember Rotunda,
Yes.
Council President Wilk,
Yes.
motion approved.
Next is final reading adoption bond ordinance 22627, providing for various marina utility improvements and appropriating $5,846,000 therefore, and providing for the issuance of $5,553,700 in marina utility bonds or notes of the Borough of Seaside Park to finance same. And this too, Councilman Kraft outlined at length the last time on the Marina Committee for the upgrades. Any other comments from council?
No.
Hearing none, I'll go into the audience. Any public comments? Final reading adoption bond ordinance 22627. Mike?
Mike Spadafino, 59th Avenue. I'm sorry I wasn't able to make the last meeting. I was in Scandinavia, but, so I missed this, but I just need a little bit of clarification. Is this now bonding what we had already spoken of and found out the cost of refurbishing the marina months ago?
That's correct.
So now it's coming up for
That's all I'm
bonding?
saying. Yep.
And again, I just, want to be clear on that. I understand that the marina is supposed to be self-sufficient
It is.
and self-sustaining, so when it comes to paying this note back, it's going to come out of, only out of funds for the marinas.
Yes.
Am I understanding
Comes
that?
from the marina utility,
Good,
correct.
yeah, I'm glad I'm understanding some of this stuff.
Yeah.
The last is, for the attorney, more or less, there's a term in this called ad valorem. What does that mean? It seems to say that the taxpayers are gonna be, paying for this.
Not to Google that. That's in the ordinance you're looking at?
Yes.
What number?
Yes. I don't know which page of it, but it was toward the end of it, like the third to last, paragraph, it said something about assessment and had the words ad valorem to the taxpayers.
It's under section 8,
Section 8.
to levy ad valorem taxes upon all taxable properties in the borough for the payment of obligations without limitation. That section 8, the last
Ad
one.
valorem taxes, yeah.
So,
But the borough still has to pay, but
Ad
it's not really on all taxable properties for this one. I guess that's,
I thought it was lawyer jargon, so I thought I'd ask him what ad valorem means.
I'd have to look into some. Means according to the value.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
According to the value.
So, in this case, though, it is saying that the taxpayers are gonna be paying for this. Is that right? I thought it was supposed to be, again, self-sustaining, that
It is.
the marina's gonna pay for itself, not that we're gonna be assessing a taxation for the marina.
If I may, I think it's just stating that the full faith and the credit of the borough is pledged behind it, but the funds to pay it back are going to be coming out of the marina utility, if that makes sense.
Okay, so if something happens to the marina, the taxpayer's on the hook for the money.
Well,
That would be true of your water department, that would be true of any utility that you had, it's no different than anything else.
true of anything in town. I mean, it's.
Well, but, you know, when I see ad valorem, it spooked me a bit because I didn't know what it meant, and it means what I thought it means, is that we could be on the hook for some of the principle of this bond. Okay.
Any other public comments on second reading 226-27? Hearing none, we'll close the public hearing. I will entertain a motion from council.
Now that we know what ad valorem is, yes, I make a motion to approve.
It's a Latin.
Thank you.
Motion by Councilmember Condos. And second by Council President Wilk. Roll call.
Councilmember Condos?
Yes.
Council President Wilk?
Yes.
Councilmember Connor?
Yes.
Councilmember Rotunda?
Yes.
Councilmember Toth?
Yes.
Motion approved.
Next on the agenda are authorizations. There's one, the 10th Avenue Block Party, Sunday, June 14th, 2026, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., 10th Avenue between Ocean Avenue and Central Avenue. Any questions or comments from council, or if not, a motion?
No. I'll make the motion, man.
Motion by Councilmember Connor,
I'll second.
second by Councilmember Condos. Roll call.
Councilmember Connor?
Yes.
Councilmember Condos?
Yes.
Councilmember Rotunda?
Yes.
Councilmember Toth?
Yes.
Council President Wilk?
Yes.
Motion approved.
Next on the agenda are payment of claims, 226-231, approving payment of the itemized claims as set forth on the check registry bill list for the period May 22nd to June 4th, 2026. Any comments from council? If not, a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Councilmember Toth.
I'll second it.
Second by Council President Wilk. Roll call.
Councilmember Toth?
Yes.
Council President Wilk?
Yes.
Councilmember Condos?
Yes.
Councilmember Connor?
Yes.
Councilmember Rotunda?
Yes.
Motion approved.
Next are resolutions. I'll read in summary fashion. 232, authorizing cost of mailing for electronic tax sale. 233, authorizing electronic tax sale pursuant to NJSA 54:5-19.1. And Resolution 234, authorizing T&M Associates to provide professional land surveying services for 226 tax map provisions. 235, requesting approval of items of revenue and appropriations as per NJSA 40A:4-87. 236, appointing seasonal employees for the Department of Beach Patrol. And 236, appointing a seasonal employees for the Department of Beach Control. 238, authorizing the award of a non-fair and open contract for appraisal consulting services. Any comments from council on any resolutions?
I'd like to just make a comment, if I can, on the one for 2026-236 for the Department of Beach Patrol, which is our lifeguards. I was thrilled to be able to participate this year for the first time in some of the interviews there, along with Joe and Karen. We are recommending for the sergeants, 4 new sergeants, and I think eventually a new lieutenant as well. That's
Yeah, let's say, yeah.
Dave, we're not going to do it. Okay.
I'll take.
Okay, we'll take that one off. Okay, my point though, bringing it up was, I think we should all be so grateful for the men and women that we have guarding our beaches. For the number of interviews we went through, I mean, not all of them obviously were selected for promotion, but every single one of them I was so impressed by. In fact, I took so many notes during those interviews that I said there are some of them I would love to see them come and just publicly speak and talk about their experiences here and why they come back year after year. These are not like young, teenagers. These are grown, mostly teachers, and people have been doing it for 10 to 15, some longer than that. But I was extraordinarily impressed by them and the way that our captain actually conducted those interviews. So it was a really good experience, and we should be pleased to have all of them up there. So I'm happy to give them their raises under this.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jimmy. Any other comments on any resolutions from any council member? Hearing none, it's our practice to allow public comments on resolutions that's not required by law. We do so. If anyone has any on any resolution, they could give their name and address into the record. Yes, Tom?
Tom Joseph, 704 South Bayview. Just a quick comment. In watching these things about hiring the beach patrol and the badge checkers and the rest, I'm kind of disappointed that we pay the lifeguards so little more than the badge checkers. I mean, they're the people that are out holding the lives of the people on the beach in their hands. And I don't know what the going rate is, but it seems to me that we could do better than that.
I actually, if I can respond, brought that up last meeting when we actually approved the rates, and I don't disagree with you, and I think as we look into our plans for next year, we should probably look at the wages of all the positions that we have. I think Karen, you reminded me that the ones for the badge checkers, I mean, it's minimum wage, so we can't pay them less than that. Was it $15.90?
$15.92.
Right, so, but I do agree that even I'll say the rookie lifeguards are not making a lot more than that, and I think I brought that up at the last meeting. I don't know if you were here or not, but I agree with that, and I do think that anybody who's protecting the public, whether that is, new lifeguards, new police officers, or seasonal, I mean, they're still in a position that people are looking to them as an emergency service person, and we should definitely look at that.
Well said. Any other comments? Any other public comments on any resolutions? Hearing none, I'd close the public portion and I'd entertain a motion from council as a consent agenda for the resolutions.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Councilmember Toth,
Second?
second by Councilmember Rotunda. Roll call.
Councilmember Toth?
Yes.
Councilmember Rotunda?
Yes.
Councilmember Condos?
Yes.
Councilmember Connor?
Yes.
Council President Wilk?
Yes.
Motion approved.
And that concludes the written agenda. Are there any other items from council at this juncture?
Unless, Mike, you were going to read it, Sherry had asked me if I would give a little readout about our Bay Beach cleanup that we conducted last week with the environmental advisory. You want me to do that? I didn't know if she gave it to you.
I got it small print, so.
Okay. So those of you know, last Saturday, we did a Bay Beach pick-me-up, was the title of it. It was widely advertised all throughout town, sponsored by the Environmental Committee with close collaboration with the Department of Public Works. I know Sherry Joseph spoke very highly about Eric and his crew and everything that they did to set up, to plan for it, and to work with the Ocean County Clean Communities Program. But overall statistics for that were we collected 600 pounds of trash along the bayfront, and it included everything from the S-turn all the way down to 24th Avenue. 20 pounds of that was recyclables. Also removed from these areas were all kinds of wild things: blue tarps, metal boat moorings, Hawaiian leis, police scanner, roasted boat anchor, ceramic pottery, rope, bicycles, boat cushions, on and on and on, pizza boxes. Also a lot of dead horseshoe crabs, and a pair of boots, which actually was, I thought, pretty funny. There were 73 people that showed up and were engaged in it. It was an extraordinarily windy day that day, so we probably would have had more people had it not been like literally gusting off of the bay. But she notes here that it was a very widely engaged Seaside Park residents as team captains and cleanup crews. Central Regional environmental students came over and they helped us, which I think Mr. Spadafino got them because his daughter works over there, and they some other things. The local business owners put up flyers to advertise it. The police department also had it up on the sign when you came into town, and also blocked off the road down there for safety of everybody at 8th Avenue along the bay. She acknowledges the Borough Council and the administration for all your support on the website assistance and all the technical things, with a special thank you to Alana Blair for Recreation for creating a dynamic promotional flyer, and I acknowledge already Public Works, Clean Communities, and the Advisory Committee. So that was the report on that. It was a great day.
And our liaison, Councilmember Condos.
Yeah, I was there
We
too.
thank as well. She was modest, but we thank everyone involved. Anything else from council?
Yes, I have the, Mayor, I have the May 2026 Police Department report. Mayor, we did 1,110 calls for service during the month of May. That's up from 691 in April and 330 in March. Did 571 motor vehicle stops, 164 moving violations were issued, 470 parking summons, 1 DWI. 6 motor vehicle accidents reported, 3 with injuries, 3 hospital transports. There were no domestic violence incidents. There were 12 emergency first aid calls that were answered by the police department. The rest, it was 1 total, 3 borough ordinance summonses were issued. Background investigations, 5 firearms background investigations were processed. 7 background investigations were conducted for employment. Employee training during the month of May, firearm spring qualification was for the entire agency was done. ATV training for seasonal officers, bicycle training for the seasonal officers. There was 1 internal affairs investigation for the month of May. The Detective Bureau had 1 overdose death, 4 theft complaints, 1 sexual assault, 5 ABC liquor license renewals. There were no use of force reports. There were 2 special events, the Color Guards 250 celebrations breakfast and the Color Guards Memorial Day ceremony here at Borough Hall. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, John. Anything else from council? Obviously, I think we all joined together in 2 very sad notes. This last week, we lost 2 longtime residents of town, and Maggie Holsar, who loved our beach, loved our town, and loved the efforts at beautification of the town through many clubs and organizations, and especially loved being on the boardwalk with the badge people, and Joe and I know we offer our deepest sympathies to her family. And also this week, and it was a shock to all of us as we've been on the phone with them just the week before, our longtime accompanist, pianist, and keyboard player, beloved resident of Seaside Park, Charlie Miller, who for many, many years had played at every Memorial Day service and was looking forward to it this year. And we had him up on the program for the last minute, and I know Officer Shadiak and Eric and his men were ready. They would make sure he was here and ready, up and running every year. And he could not, his leg wasn't cooperating. He couldn't walk that day. He was just released from rehab, and they wouldn't let him come over. And he passed away this last week. So we offer our deepest sympathies to his 1 nephew, 2 nieces, cousins, and the whole family in general. Another loss for our community. Anything else from council? If not, we'll go into the audience. If there are any public comments, if anyone has any, if they could give their name and address to the record. Kathy?
I never can do this right. Kathy Philcomer, 356 Roberts Avenue. During the elections, this question came up, and I want to make sure I have this correctly, and I want to make sure I know why, if it's correct. South Seaside Park is still in the congressional district with Jeff Van Drew, which would be the 2nd congressional district. And I think the reason why is because Congress can split towns up, all right? They can, split up blocks and areas. But we are in now the 10th New Jersey legislative district with State Senator Hosapple and Greg McGuckin and Paul Kenitra. I don't know whether I'm saying his name correctly. Kenitra, okay. And the reason for that, because people have asked me, and the reason for that is New Jersey does keep the towns together. And the state legislative, the New Jersey law is that towns are not split. I think I'm right on that. I'm not sure. I know because Carmen Amato told us we're still in his, but I know that we're not in his. So yeah. Maybe through the chair to the attorney or something? I mean, is that the reason that New Jersey law says that the towns are not split up?
Our borough clerk has, I think she's too
Oh, yeah,
modest, but I'll give her many pats on the back. Prior to the printing of the ballots, she had reached out, the whole governing body together joined in that request to get an official designation, an official opinion, if you will, from the state of New Jersey as to election districts. We had the three most frequently asked questions were, would there be a new election district? And if so, what would it be called and where would the individuals vote? And next was asked, what districts are we in? And the state of New Jersey assigned it to an attorney general in the civil division, and they responded with a written letter to those specific questions. And the third one asked just what you're asking. Are the voters that what had been known as South Seaside Park and now are welcomed as part of Seaside Park, are those voters in the 10th legislative district or the 9th, and what congressional district is involved? We've already posted that, and we can give the response letter as a public document. We can print out, we can get a copy for you, and you can read the letter and see if the assigned Deputy Attorney General answered the questions.
Okay, because the ballots were,
Well,
ours was,
that's,
yeah, grand jury.
I can
Yeah.
tell you that
Yeah.
federal law, you cannot change a federal congressional district.
Right.
So federal law trumps the state law, and
Right.
the congressional districts were set and are set. And that does, and you're correct, Seaside Park now has 2 United States congressional districts for one town, and that's not unusual in the state. In fact, Berkeley Township has portions of the township in 2 congressional districts.
And the reason being is that they don't like you said.
But the 10th, there was no one running on this ballot for the New Jersey State Senate or the New Jersey
Right.
State Assembly. Hence, our clerk quite appropriately asked what legislative district are the voters there in. And you can look at the letter.
Because Mr., I don't want to say his name incorrectly again.
The 9th
Can
district,
I?
the 9th
I'm
district is
sorry.
currently represented by
Yeah.
Senator Carmen Amato,
Yeah. And he
Assemblyman
welcomed
Greg
you.
Meyer, and Assemblyman Brian Rumpf. The 10th
Right.
is Senator James Holzapfel,
Yeah.
Assemblyman Greg McGuckin, Assemblyman Paul Kenitra. So,
Yeah, because Mr. Kenitra put on the website that many of us look at, he's welcoming us to his assembly district, so that's why, So I wanted to make sure I understood that. Yeah. Okay?
I think it's a 100% legitimate, right question. If there's some issue that arises and you want to say, I want to write and call up my senator, my state senator, or my state assemblyman, who do you call?
Right.
I think it's a very legitimate question, and we've asked it Maybe we can ask it again. We'll
But
forward a letter again to them,
Right.
and I'd invite you to look at their response.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thanks. Yes, Edie?
80 Clink, 48th Auburn Avenue. I would offer also my congratulations on the Bay Beach pickup. I thought it was extremely well organized. I thought it was very well attended, and some people said, well, it was when you kept people away. I don't know, I think 73 people is a lot of people. I'm not so sure how many we actually lost because of the wind, but I think Sherry and her committee and everybody else involved, too many to mention, did a good job, and I hope it's a repeated event, because I'm sure till another year, there may not be 600 pounds of stuff, but I'm sure there'll be more. Have we heard anything about the Desert Palm case? Has that been resolved? Have you heard anything? I know they go
An
to...
opinion from the New Jersey Supreme Court?
Right, have we heard?
That's what we're awaiting.
No, I know, I'm asking, have we heard?
That's
No.
what we're awaiting.
Because they go on vacation soon, correct? June?
I'm not
Okay,
gonna
never
use
mind.
that word.
I don't know, what do they call it, leave of absence, I don't know, hiatus, I don't know. Sounds like vacation to me. Tug of war, reschedule, yes, no?
No new date that I'm aware of.
No date as of yet.
Okay. The dump truck, 150,000 here and 150,000 there. Do dump trucks really cost $300,000?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, they do.
Glad I don't need one of those. Okay.
Or two.
Or two. We received a $900,000 grant for Park Central, is that correct?
90,000.
I'm sorry, I
Yes.
got all these zeros,
I'm good.
$90,000. Have we received that?
It is a reimbursement grant. So once we are done with the project, we'll submit all the receipts and then we'll be reimbursed.
Is there any plan to have anything done with that before the summer season, which is almost here? It's looking kind of bland. I don't know who's in charge of that.
We're in the process of getting some landscaping shrubs. Joe and I are going this weekend and doing a walkout for the gazebo.
Are we getting a brand new gazebo?
That is correct.
Is DPW building that, or we're buying that with the $90,000?
We're still going back and forth. We're looking to see the difference between purchasing one ready-made versus building one.
Okay, thank you.
We do have some components, but I don't know off the top of my head which ones we already have possession of. Water fountain, do we have that possession
And a
of?
water fountain.
Yeah.
We're having a water
Obviously,
fountain?
Yeah.
Oh, that's news. Okay.
No,
Didn't know we were
that was in the
having-
original plans, water fountain. I
Place
don't
the order,
know.
place the order for the trees.
Yeah.
Place the orders for the trees. We have one more item, I thought, for there.
You did the electrical work,
The
but the
electrical-
Right, I've
electrical
seen the
panel went
electrical
in,
workers.
They're running
I got
conduit.
benches went in.
I never heard about a water fountain. Okay.
A drinking fountain, not a
Oh,
not a fountain like you're
okay.
walking
Well,
in
when
the
you say
sun.
water fountain, that's what I think of.
No, it's a
No.
drinking fountain.
Drinking fountain,
Drinking
okay.
fountain,
No.
water fountain.
Only in Rome.
I have heard, and I have heard, that the fire department is purchasing the 1955 fire truck and they're gonna redo it, I don't know, paint, refurbish, whatever. Is that correct?
I can't speak to that. I'm
I
not
don't
there.
No idea.
You
Well,
know,
they have the old truck downstairs. I don't believe they purchased it. It was in the woods somewhere and then
Yeah,
they made
well,
it.
yeah, I shouldn't say purchase, yeah,
And I believe they're refurbishing that at fire department funds. It's not gonna
right.
cost us anything.
Where are they gonna keep it?
Right now, it's in the garage downstairs. I don't know where they're gonna keep it.
Okay.
But it'll be used for borough events and
I
historical.
mean, do we have room for 3 big trucks?
Probably.
Okay. Is there a junior lifeguarding course?
Yeah, we have it every year.
Okay,
Applications are online,
okay, all right,
starts in July, it runs for 8 weeks.
8 weeks, okay.
run by our lifeguards.
Okay. I'm assuming, have you had any response from Berkeley as to the letters that you sent, Mr. Mayor, about the taxes that they're taking? You said last meeting you sent a letter.
We've had meetings with Berkeley, and if I had to characterize them, they've been very non-productive. And one of the issues that we have rightfully raised entails the fact that tax payments of the individuals now residents of Seaside Park are being paid to Berkeley Township. It's inappropriate, it's wrong, it should be addressed.
I totally
And
agree.
it's very unfortunate that Berkeley Township does not recognize that.
At a recent meeting, you said, separate from the meeting of the 6th, you had sent a letter to Berkeley with some of that kind of verbiage in it. My
Not
question-
me personally, but our town.
Well, the town.
Our town, it's a standalone independent issue, separate from all the others.
Right,
And
has a response been received?
not an adequate response, no.
So what,
What's the alternative? What would you
well,
imagine
is
is the alternative?
legal action.
Absolutely,
Is that something that's being
absolutely.
discussed?
That-
Okay. That takes care of my list. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comments? Yes, Mr. Polkamer?
Yes. Jim Fulcomer, 356 Roberts. First of all, I just would like to observe, which you all know, I'm sure, that everything that Berkeley Township has taken out of South Seaside Park was paid by the taxpayers of South Seaside Park, with plenty of taxes left over that were spent on the mainland. So it would seem to me, perhaps you should send a letter asking them for compensation for what they have taken away from the taxpayers of South Seaside Park. That's number one. Number two, Carmen Amato, last time I talked to him, claimed that South Seaside Park was still in his legislative district.
Was still
Now,
what?
still in his legislative district. So we have an assemblyman from another district who claims that we're now in his district. Now, was that clarified in the letter that was sent to the clerk?
We could read it word for word, but the question asked, the third question asked was, what district are the new voters in? Are they in the 10th district or the 9th district? Do we have it?
I have the letter up, it doesn't.
It goes
say.
on 4 or 5 pages. What's the,
It's a simple question.
I can tell you the word, the 2 words, 10th district, are not in the letter. So there's one answer.
I believe that's what the county board of elections at their meeting, when they created the 3rd election district, was that it was remaining the same for now, basically, is what they said.
Verbally.
Yeah.
That verbally, the county board of elections, you are correct what you just characterized as statements attributed to elected officials in both the 10th district and the 9th district.
Very interesting. The other thing, of course, is Berkeley, if they have any, they have that usual argument about debt assumption. But if they have the argument about the debt assumption, they also should get 11% of the value of all the assets that they own, which is far greater than any percentage that they might advance for debt assumption for Seaside Park. So I'm looking forward to them giving you a nice big check for now that we're part of South Seaside Park, part of Seaside Park. Anyway, that would be the right way to go for them, but I have a feeling they're not going to do the right thing. Thank you.
No, thank you. And your arguments, our bond counsel has said the same, that there's any percentage of debt so too should there be a percentage of an assets. Otherwise, it's double taxation for the residents. And he's made that same point, so. As they did in 1981, but as you very well know, and the mediator accepted that at that time. So. Any other public comments? Hearing none, I would close the public portion, and unless there's anything further from council at this time, I'd entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Motion by Councilmember Rotunda,
Second.
second by Councilmember Toth. Roll call.
Councilmember Rotunda?
Yes.
Councilmember Toth?
Yes.
Councilmember Condos?
Yes.
Councilmember Connor?
Yes.
Council President Wilk?
Yes.
Motion approved.